All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, in a surprise move, Theo Epstein is stepping down as the president of baseball operations for the Chicago Cubs. Epstein has been the Cubs president of baseball operations since 2011, and he helped to turn around the fortunes of MLB's most snake-bitten franchise. Of course, we go back to 2016, and the Cubs were able to reverse the curse as for the first time in 108 years, they were World Series champions. Now, we have seen this script play out before. Just before Epstein joined the Cubs, he surprisingly left the Boston Red Sox from their front office after turning around their fortunes, and he did the same thing for the Cubs. And the reason why I bring this up is because you have to wonder if the New York Mets are on Epstein's radar. Now, right now, it's come out that Epstein is going to be taking a year away from baseball. But at the end of the day, money talks. And you look at it, no current MLB owner has a higher net worth than new Mets owner Steve Cohen. And there's a buzz around the Mets franchise. There's also a buzz around baseball because people, for the first time in a long time, are looking to work with the Mets. And it's a situation where, they know that Cohen has the money, but it's not just about the money. He wants to put the money behind the right people. He wants to put the money behind the right resources. And he wants to put this franchise in position to win every single year. And if you're Epstein, you've turned around the fortunes of the Boston Red Sox. They won a pair of World Series championships on your watch. The first one came in 2004, and that was the first time in 86 years that Boston took home the trophy. Of course, they won again in 2007. But even after Epstein parted, the Red Sox have still been a quality organization. We're talking about a franchise that won in 2013, and they also won again in 2018. And then you look at the Cubs. Since Epstein got there, the Cubs won in 2016, but they have been a perennial contender for every single year. And these are two storied franchises that could not get over the hump for a very long time, and they did it on Epstein's watch. And now enter the Mets, possibly. The Mets have not won since 1986. They have a few NL pennants since then. You're talking about the Mets were in the World Series in 2000 when they lost to the Yankees, and then 5 years ago in 2015 when they lost to the Kansas City Royals. But it's a situation where the Mets, and the previous regime of owners didn't realize it, but they were sitting on a gold mine. You're talking about New York City. You're talking about the biggest media market in the world. And on top of that, you're talking about a fan base with the Mets that, they're just chomping at the bit to see their organization win. This is a franchise, when I'm talking about the Mets going back to 1962, they've never won consecutive division titles. Ever. And, you look at what Epstein did with the Cubs. You look at what Epstein did with the Red Sox. It could be intriguing enough for him to come to New York. Now, he said, you never say never. And the bottom line is Epstein might legitimately want to sit back and take this year off and recharge his batteries. But I guarantee you, if Steve Cohen gives him a call, he's gonna listen. Not saying yes, not saying no, but he definitely will listen. And if Epstein really wants to take the year off, I guarantee you the money of Steve Cohen could persuade him. Not just the money, the opportunity. He's done it twice with two organizations that have not been able to win. And it was two organizations that many people felt would never win. And you know what? You've done it in Boston. You've done it in Chicago. Why not do it in New York? So Epstein will not be out of work for long. I don't know if he is going to take the full year off. We'll have to wait and see. But I guarantee you, Cohen will talk to him. Cohen seems like a guy that it's very, very hard to say no to. And I guarantee you, if Cohen wants Epstein, he's going to give him a blank check. He's going to give him the keys to the franchise and let him do whatever he needs to do to get things turned around. You already have Sandy Alderson in place as the president of baseball operations. Epstein obviously would be his GM. Maybe it'd be a situation where, Alderson comes in for a year. And then after that, he concedes to Epstein. We'll have to wait and see if it got that far. But I guarantee you're going to hear a lot of intrigue about Epstein and the Mets for the next couple of weeks, maybe possibly for the next coming months. But I say at the very least, he definitely, the Mets definitely do reach out to him to gauge his interest. And unlike if this situation happened last year where you had the Wilpons running the show, Epstein wouldn't even return their call. This time around, Epstein would return the call of Cohen if it got there, and I really do think it is going to get there because Steve Cohen is a guy, he's not going to stop until he gets what he wants. We've already heard Epstein say, you know what? You never say never in this world. That definitely leaves the door open. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if the Mets are all in and getting the services of Theo Epstein in their front office. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to thank all of you subscribers out there. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There is also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.